970 WFLA.
Harbor, hi, Palm. You're on there at 970 WFLA.
Bob, all right, I don't know how to tell you this, but, oh, you see, you're a dick.
No, I'm a Bob. The last guy that did the shift, he was a dick. Clearwater, you're on there at 970 WFLA.
Radio 970 WFLA. Let's go to Mike and Oldsmar. Mike, good morning.
Hi, Lionel.
Hi, Mike.
I love the American flag.
Good, so do I.
Just as much as I love you.
That's all right. He's a wonderful guy.
760570, 1-800-232-0570. And now I'm talking to Mike in St. Pete. Mike, thanks for waiting and welcome to WTKN.
Hello, Joy.
Hi there.
Yeah, what is the question again?
The question, well, actually what it's about is, are you for or against the force feeding issue? Would you pull the plug? In other words, if, let's say, your mom or your dad were critically ill and there was no survival and they faded out and they just weren't going to come back. And the only way to keep them alive is with the tubes in.
Yeah.
Could you give consent to pull the plug or stop the feeding and let them die a natural death?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be the nicer thing to do.
Right. Well, that's the way to go. That's how I feel about it. I think everybody should be able to have the choice to die with dignity. I don't want to be an empty shell laying there having fluids run through my veins.
Yeah.
And knowing that I'm not going to come back.
And they'll never be able to go.
We always have those. Moving right along.
LA.
Oh, all right.
News Radio 970 WFLA. Let's go to Chris in Palm Harbor.
Hello, Idol. How you doing?
Chris, good.
I think dial porn should have something to go with.
I think, do you ever wonder what he does by himself? Think about that. You've got to wonder about that. This man,
think it's obvious.
I mean, this guy, he must be gripping a little bit too tight. Or he might use a fish mitt. On News Radio 970 WFLA, let's go to, good morning.
It's Oldsmar's turn at 970 WFLA. Welcome to the Ted Webb Show. You're going to have to push that one, Michael, because I can't control that one from in here. Hi, Oldsmar.
Hello? On the air?
Yes, sir, you are.
I think that Supreme Court decision is a step toward.
He might have a point. You know, I never looked at it that way, but he might have a point. Tampa, you're up.
Chris is on the line from Dunedin. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
My wife had a baby one time, and she sat there, and she'd always go.
I love this. So what do you call it? That's not the screamer, is it? No, I don't know who that was. Oh, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is Joe Flores sitting in for Bob Lassiter. Sherry is in Tampa. We'll talk to Sherry.
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, let's see if Carol can join us. Carol, say hi to Larry.
Hi, Larry.
Hi, Carol.
Hi.
All right. Well, we have Larry loud and Carol low, but hey, for these phones, that's pretty good. We have them both is the main thing.
Yeah.
So, who wants to go first? You're both going to be home tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Together or separately?
Separately.
That's right. You guys just met. How the hell would you know each other? Stupid question. Okay, now you both are willing to admit it's Saturday night in Tampa Bay in 1990, and you can proudly say, I have tonight off, and I feel no obligation to go out.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Okay, Carol, your reasoning for that is what?
It's my time for me.
So Carol enjoys being with herself. Okay, and Larry, you into the same thing, being with yourself?
No, I want to see Psycho 4.
You're going to stay home to watch Psycho 4?
Absolutely. I'm a great Psycho fan.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Now, when you say that, though, in Psycho 1, do you enjoy the whole of the movie or simply what became the American culture, the first 5 or 10 minutes of it?
No, I think I like the whole movie. You know, I think the best part of the movie, though, was when Norman Bates went...
I don't believe it. I don't believe this guy. Now, was he the same guy that called before? Screen
Why are you recording phones?
He thinks that's funny. He thinks that's good shtick.
You actually put me on with him.
Yeah, I was going to set you guys up for a blind date tonight.
No, thank you.
You could have shared his show. Okay, thanks for the call.
All right, thank you.
970 WFLA. Let's go down to... Did we take care of that? Okay. So much for him.
Bye, Richard.
Even in law enforcement, we get some people like that. Bill's in Largo. Bill, you going to be a good guy to us?
Sure, no problem.
Great. Tell us what you got for us.
Well, I have a small question for you.
Sure.
You know, I have a little store in one of the malls, and during the holiday season, you know, last year I lost a lot of money from people stealing things from me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was wondering, is there any way I can stop people from coming in the store and going...
What is this?
They're unenforced today.
Yeah, Bill, our suggestion to you, if you're still listening, is close up and get out of town.
But what he was bringing up a valid point. That
Take care. Let's go to Mike now and see what Mikey thinks. Mike.
Hello?
Mike, yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about the hemorrhoids?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that problem a while ago. And all I can say is... I handled it. I'm one of those visceral...
Yeah, you brought up a point before about working the prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're right. I mean, what does it really accomplish when you fry a prisoner? I mean, it just like makes them go... Wah!
He's got a point. I'm not really sure. Let's go to 8. On News Radio 970 WFLA. Let's go to Ted.
Yeah, Lionel, I think those people are pretty sick. I mean, getting off on that like that. But on the other hand, I think the issue shouldn't be whether there's a death penalty or not. I think they should speed up the process. I mean, leaving somebody on death row for 12 years, I mean, it's not accomplishing anything.
I think the whole notion of us wringing our hands in delight. It's what makes me sick to be a human being. It is us at our worst. Don't look at Hitler. Don't look at Idi Amin. Don't look at Stalin. Don't look at Pol Pot. Don't look at anything, because the same motivation, the same thing that allowed those people to murder, to propel them into their murderous mode, is what we're seeing here today.
No, I mean, let's look at, like someone like Charles Manson, all right? So they're putting him in prison for life, and he keeps trying for parole.
Guess what? He's not going to get out. And the world, California and the world is safe from Charles Manson. He ain't getting that. Got news for you. It ain't going to happen.
Well, if he ever did, he'd come up and go...
I like that. Let's go to my good buddy Eric the Kid. Eric.
Lionel.
What, babe?
Hey, what are you doing, buddy?
What am I doing?
Working, huh?
I'm getting sick of these idiots who don't understand.
Hey.
Hi, am I in the air?
Yes, you're on the air. Hello, Harry.
Yeah, I was just wondering, where do you get your figures, man? I mean, how could it cost more?
Why don't you turn your radio down, first of all? All right?
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Well, how can it cost more for somebody to fry than to feed them for years and years and years? I mean, I know you were saying about the appeals, but no matter what the sentence, they're still going to try to appeal it.
The appellate... Oh, no, not like a death sentence. No
Yeah,
way.
they will. I mean, life... You were even saying life...
Harry, when did you graduate from law school? How long ago was this? Boy, you're pretty sharp. You know what you're talking about. You're telling to me that the appeals that one gets for a death penalty are the same as one for plain old incarceration?
Well, they all add up. They're all going to cost just as much. And I mean,
no,
that's
they're
with the
not.
food that you have to feed these people.
No,
with
they're
the clothes
not.
And...
Oh, food. The food is awful. You'd be surprised what it costs a day.
Oh, give me a break. It still costs money. I don't care what it tastes like.
Harry, can I say something?
What?
You don't know what in the hell you're talking about.
All through Saturday. We'll talk to Sherry. We're going to talk to Tom in Pinellas Park.
I had a friend one time, and he got electrocuted, and now all he can say is...
That's Tom in Pinellas Park. Now, how many ways can this guy slide in here? He was Chris from Dunedin. Now he's Tom from Pinellas Park. Let's see if...
Don't encourage him, Joe. Please don't encourage him.
He has nothing better to do. Mikey's having a good time. Let's talk to Irene in Tampa. Okay, that's fine. So can I go to Mike in Palm Harbor?
It might be safe.
It might be safe. Let's see if we have one of the loonies on this line. How you doing, Mike from Palm Harbor?
How you doing, Joe?
Well, he's safe so far.
Okay. You know babies that are born with cocaine? They're always going...
You know this doofus has sat there for 21 minutes waiting to do that.
That's 3, like, in 4 minutes here. This is interesting. I love that. I love this. At least I know I'm sitting in for Bob Lassiter. That's a consolation here. Anyway, lines are open. Get on the phone. Get involved. Block the lines from the loonies if you don't mind.
I guarantee you this one is safe.
Grace, she's safe. Grace from Dunedin. Let's see, I'm almost... We're going to talk to, let's talk to, who are we going to talk to, Mike? I'll follow your lead. No one. Bob in Pinellas Park. How you doing, Bob?
Nice show today, Joe.
Thank you very much, Bob.
It's almost as good as I like the...
Guess what, Bob? I dumped you that time. You didn't get in. Too bad, buddy. Let's go to Bob in Temple Terrace. How you doing, Bob?
Let's go to Bill. Who's been hanging out of Palm Harbor. Bill, about 3 minutes. Go for it.
How you doing, Jay?
Yeah, I'm hanging in here.
All right. Instead of changing the busting, I think you should just leave it the way it is. I think it works fine. Instead of looking for an alternative, just keep it the way it is.
Well, there are some people, though, you see who would disagree. And let me just play devil's advocate with you here a little bit.
Okay.
And the devil's advocate here is this. You know, suppose your daughter had to ride 35 or 40 miles to school. I mean, do you think that that's proper?
I think that that's...
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that, too. 3:58 here. You know, it's not even funny. That's what's so tragic about it. It's just not even funny. 3:58 here on Talk Radio 5.
They should have a warning sign like, I'm a day person.
Of course. I think so.
Maybe we can get this worked out some way. Write your legislator, Robert, and people should be identified.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Thanks for calling. Yep. Take care. Bye-bye. That's a nice guy. Oh, he got that in, you see? Is he a screamer or not a screamer? Didn't I ask him that? No, I didn't. Okay. Well, this is good. You know, other people have the guys that say, see ya. We have the screamers. It's nice. Okay, I think it's nice. We go to market, so as soon as the line becomes open, I'll let you know about it. All righty? We go.
Pay decrease this year, and the benefits were being cut, and the average budget was going to be about $2,700, I think it was, for each class. And then the principal went around and handed out flowers to all the teachers saying, oh, what?
Well, I don't... Let's go to Bill in Largo. Bill, you're on News Radio 970 WFLA. Hi.
Yeah. Hello. Hey, you know, it's a sad situation.
WFLA. Let's go to my good friend Larry. Larry, how are you?
Yes. My brother, he was arrested for spray painting a boy's name and calling him Penguin because he was mentally retarded.
Your brother's mentally retarded?
No, the kid they were making fun of. And he got arrested for it.
He was arrested for spray painting
on the walls in school.
Right.
About this kid.
But he wasn't arrested because of the subject matter. He was arrested because he spray painted
on the walls about this kid that.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, if instead your brother had said Van Halen is great, or whatever, he would have been arrested for the same thing.
Okay.
Now, why would your brother do that? What do you think about that?
I don't know. I don't think
I think that's the cruelest thing in the world for your brother to do that.
He wrote Die Penguin on the wall.
Die Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
I bet your brother's a real tough guy.
Yeah, he is.
I wonder if your brother has ever heard of anybody taking a spray paint can and shoving it up his butt. Has he ever thought about that?
No.
Because I got news for you. If we were to take your brother and we would have test him out, see how smart he is, judging by what he did, I don't think he's too far off the Penguin.
No, he's not.
And what do you think about that?
He doesn't get good grades in school or anything.
What do you think about the fact that your brother did something to make somebody who can't help themselves, who can't help it, feel so bad and so terrible?
I feel embarrassed, actually.
You feel embarrassed being his brother?
Yeah. I mean, he's awful.
I mean, whatever happened to your brother? They arrested him?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, he's here, right here. Do you want to talk to him?
Oh, cool. Oh, go. Yeah, I want to talk to him.
Yeah,
You hang
hold
on.
on.
You hang on a second. Hang on a second, because I got to go to traffic right now.
I think you stacked that back beyond.
If Larry's there, let me see. Larry, are you there?
Yeah, this is Larry's brother.
This is Larry's brother?
Yeah.
Larry, I understand that you took some kind of spray paint or something.
Yes, soap.
And whatever, and wrote the die a penguin.
Yeah.
Or something to that effect. Making reference to some kid who was what, mentally retarded?
No, he's normal. He just walks funny.
Oh, he walks funny?
Yeah.
What, did you get a big kick out of this?
Yeah, this was a couple of months ago.
Couple months ago? How old are you, Larry?
19.
You're 19 years old?
Yeah.
Why do you do that?
I'm part of a gang at school, and before I got out of it, the posse, they were called.
The posse?
Yeah.
And as part of what, the initiation, you had to do something stupid?
No, I was
or...
already what they called second lieutenant.
Second lieutenant?
They had posse leader, and then there was me.
I see.
So we had little license plates and everything.
So this guy, Penguin, walked funny?
Well, yeah, and he started trouble with one of the people in our group. So.
I see. So you thought out of the best way to handle it is to take him some spray paint or something, or paint or whatever, and emblazon on the wall something making fun of his physical infirmity.
Well, actually, it was...
May your testicles grow to the size of grapefruits, thus disenabling you from walking. I love this job. I love it so much. Let's go to Dave instead.
It tells enough. It shows enough that you actually did learn what you needed to learn in the course, and that pretty much abolishes the reason why you'd have to suspend a license.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Wait.
You haven't made any sense in the last 90 days. Let's go to Scott in Clearwater. Scott, hi, you're on 970 WFLA.
Yes, Jay.
You know, they do that night after night, and night after night they keep getting nailed, and yet they continue to keep doing it.
Well, I don't know.
That just goes to show you that their parents do not know where they are, which proves my point. Go ahead.
Or maybe their parents are on the other line waiting to get on.
Yeah, no wonder they can't get through.
Yeah.
All right.
I got to say that I don't...
Oh, that's my goal. Why don't we talk to Jack?
Shall we? Let's do that. We'll leap over to the phones and say hello to Jack, and welcome to Desperate and Dateless on 970 WFLA.
Yeah, I just turned on the radio a couple of seconds ago. I heard you talking about this dating service.
Yes, sir. That's what it is.
How successful is it?
Very successful.
It is?
Can you turn your radio down?
Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay. We'll wait here.
All right, it's down.
There
Have
you go.
Tried other dating services?
Yeah, I tried a video dating service once.
Oh, no.
That one wasn't very successful, but...
I bet.
Yeah, because they have like a comment thing, and you put in a comment, and I kept on getting a lot of them, and they said...
Good heavens, old boy.
Must be a friend of yours.
Well, I don't think so.
Actually, we're looking for Joe Flores.
Well, he's not in at the
Or
moment.
Lionel.
Can we take a message?
Yeah, tell him...
We will. We'll tell him that indeed. Now, this is the time of year we're calling in from Clearwater.
Hello?
Mike.
Yeah.
Thanks for being so patient.
Sure. I had a question for you.
Sure.
Are you the school resource officer?
We have one here.
Oh, okay. Well, I go to one of the high schools around here, and I had a friend who got, unfortunately got arrested for something that he did.
Mm-hmm.
And when
Mike, as Lionel would say, you're an idiot. But Sergeant Doyle, when there's another good question that's brought up. That I don't know, that they get their jollies that way. That's not the way that an officer's going to do it. They're not going to equal those of the management, the police chief, and get back with Dylan. Dylan, thanks for being so patient.
Yeah, well, I sort of had to go there for a second, but I wanted to talk about, I go to East Lake High School, right?
Okay.
And I'm in 12th grade, and there's like a huge problem there about the vandalism.
Mm-hmm.
And this has been going on for like the past 2 or 3 months, about since school opened, really. And we have a school resource officer there, and he arrested a group of people. They call themselves like the Penguin Posse or something like that. Nobody knows why, but...
Well, there's always been groups in high schools, Riff Raff, and, all the different names. But go ahead.
Well, anyway, they were arresting these people, and this doesn't have as much to do with vandalism, but the way that he arrested them is like when they were just walking around, he would search them for cans of spray paint and stuff like that. Is he allowed to do that without any kind of warrant, even though they are on school property?
Well, it depends on the situation, and if he may have had probable cause, he may have known that these people were doing that and just waiting for his chance to get the evidence, and he may have already had enough to arrest the person but not done it. Okay, and thanks, Dylan, for that.
Are not necessarily those.
We've had a little outbreak of what we call in the business screamers. That I don't know if you heard that last one. Did they hear that, Melissa? Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I heard it. And when you're wearing headphones,
blew them right off. I noticed they went. You know, Dylan, if that's your attitude toward law enforcement, buddy, you got a real problem.
WTKN Talk Radio 570. I don't know, Michael, whether you're a good friend of Tim's from Pinellas Park or not, but two of you were there. And when two of you were there, I figure one of you was blocking for the other. So if you like your friend Tim, it's quite likely that if you make some kind of obscene remark that you think will get on the air and which will not, or if you try to play games that are not conversational, he will never get on the air, and your whole effort will be for nothing. Just wanted you to know that. Michael, good evening. How are you?
Hello?
Yes, hi.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you thought I was Tim or...
I thought you were Mike. Mike, yeah.
Okay. I just had a couple questions for her.
Sure, go.
Is this tape more like an exercise video or more like, sort of like an R-type movie thing?
Well, it's actually R-rated, and we start out by showing the women how to do a little bit of exercising because of the fact that whenever you're going to do anything that's physical, you should do a little bit of exercising first. But I actually go through the steps of teaching women how to remove the upper body garments and the lower body garments and more or less what they might wear when they're doing a strip and the various moves that they can learn how to do so that they do it very smoothly and so on. And then I do a performance at the end.
Oh, okay. How old would you have to be to get this tape here? Because, like, I'm only 17, but
well,
I'll be 18 next month.
Well, when you're 18, you can have it. How does that sound? You can have it for your birthday present.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you. I appreciate you being a gentleman. We'll find out what Tim has on his mind. Timothy, you are there. I knew that was going to happen. It goes with the territory, my dear.
Oh, of course.
I'm certain that you know that after all of the years you have been involved in this. I don't know how many years, and I don't want to make you an old woman, which you're not.
What's Park still there? Jim?
Hi, Lionel.
Hi, Jim.
I had a friend that used to be a judge, and now all he can do is...
That's the screamer. He's a popular guy. He calls up and he can be any subject. Last week we had on the phone
is toll-free 1-800-232-0570. Here is Rich in Tarpon. Hello, Rich. You're on WTKM. Okay, obviously the result of inbreeding between a poodle and a trailer bed. Anyway, let me go to Jim right now in Palm Harbor. Hello, Jim. You're on WTKM.
Hi, I think those people should be just shot when they cross the border. They have no right being.
A call, they're suggesting that illegals be shot upon entering the United States. You agree? And here is Jim.
News Radio 970 WFLA. Let's go to Brian in St. Pete. Let's now go to Chuck in St. Pete.
Teddy Carreras at 970 WFLA. Let us go and check in right now with Palm Harbor. How you doing, Palm Harbor?
How you doing, Ted?
Great.
Don't you think if they made sequels to Batman that it would destroy the creativity put in the first one?
Not at all.
People would get tired of it?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Not at all. The way that these guys did this Batman show was so different from the TV show.
I don't know about any suggestions, but not Grace Jones.
All right. Well, I thank you for your call.
All right. Bye.
Take care. Tarpon's the Ted Webb Show.
How you doing, Ted?
Fantastic.
Don't you think if they made sequels to Batman, it would destroy the creativity put in the first one? If people would get tired of it, like Friday the 13th and the Rocky stuff?
Hello.
Well, perhaps that was the idea.
Let's go to Pinellas Park. How you doing? Welcome to the Ted Webb Show.
Hey, man, what a movie!
Other than that, what did you like about it? Any particular segment of the movie that made you scream more than the others? Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Tampa.
Here's Radio 9.
Hi, Ted.
How you doing?
I had a friend that was murdered, and now all he can do is...
Charles in Oldsmar, how you doing? You try to discuss a serious subject, and I don't mind on other days when these jokers call up and come across with their crap. I mean, I understand that, that's a little comic relief, and sometimes you need it. When you're trying to discuss something that's serious, something that involves a human life, it angers me when you get jokers like that call up and do something like that, I mean, it really does. And there are approximately 33 other radio stations in this area. Why don't you give them a call? I'm sure that they would like to change the pace of hearing you do your silly-ass act of screaming, I, for one, am tired of it. Let's go to Jim in St. Pete. Hi, Jim.
Hello?
Yes.
News Radio 970 WFLA time is 3:54. We go to Rich in St. Pete. You're on 970 WFLA with Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Hey, Rich, how are you today? I do like that one. That's always one of the best topics that we've ever had is total fools on the air. There's never been a better topic than that, Rich.
13 minutes on hold to do that.
That's amazing. Well, not just a total fool. The total fool is the guy that waited 26 minutes on the air to do that one day. Or actually, I think there was a world record set in the Guinness World Book of Records, like 113 minutes. We had a guy, we did this on the weekend. We kept putting him on, and he was on long distance. Can you believe this? We go to, probably using his mother's phone, we go to Bill in Pinellas Park. You're on News Radio 970 WFLA.
I agree with the caller, not before that one, but the one before that one. He said that he hates guests. That really kills the show.
Guests? You hate guests?
Yeah, that's boring.
You like it when the host takes it. The host.
That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'd like to hear more of...
There's two of them. These gentlemen really have got themselves down to, they're calling in and getting on the same line. This is great. I love this. I love it. Oh, he's getting a whole chorus of them now. We do love this. I mean, total idiots on the air, total fools, complete nincompoops. This is exactly what talk radio is all about, and we need more of that. I mean, there are other people that, that cut you off as soon as they hear you, and they hit the dump line. But that doesn't allow you to go back, turn your radio, and hear yourself. And I think it's great. Hearing total fools on the air is as much fun for me. It must be fun for you. So, and who better to appreciate a fool than yourself? Al.
Charlie.
Palm Harbor. Hi, Palm. You're on the air at 970 WFLA.
Hello, Bob?
Yes.
Yes, I have my reason for living in Canton Bay area. Other than Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino, the best place to watch WWF wrestling.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. It's just completely going over their heads. St. Pete. I don't know. I basically have one of three choices. I can sit here and throw a hissy fit and just. Palm Harbor, hi Palm. You're on the air at 970 WFLA.
Hello, Chris. Blue Blazer Mania rules.
In your life, I'm sure it does. Probably the only thing that does too. Clearwater, you're on the air at 970 WFLA. Blue Blazer, by the way, for the benefit of the audience, is a professional wrestler. Hi there, Clear. Well, thank you.
And I think you have a very...
St. Petersburg, hi, St. You're on the air at 970 WFLA.
Great song, Bob.
Yes,
the memories it brings back.
Certainly is.
I'd just like to clarify something that's been bothering me for quite some time. The Blue Blazer sucks. Mr. Perfect rules, as evident at WrestleMania 5, when Mr. Perfect trampled all over the Blazer. So I just want to get that off my chest.
Okay.
Oh, and Mike? What?
It's all happening at the
352-990 WFLA. Pinellas Park, hi, Pinellas. You're on the air at 970 WFLA.
Hey, Bob.
Hey.
I wanted to know, why is it so cold in movie theaters all the time?
Oh, why is it cold in movie theaters?
Yeah, you ever go in there and you sit there and you freeze the whole time?
Well, to tell you the truth, I rarely go to movies. I think I've been in one movie theater and perhaps in the last year and a half.
Oh, really?
So it's not a and
Congratulate you on your victory tonight.
Thanks, Bruce.
And I have a comment on the Orlando Magic. They're a very, very good team, it seems like. And I think they're on their way to, in coming seasons, become a very good team. And the only problem is they have a lot of guys that like to run up the court and go...
Okay, thanks for your call. That's a good job, Bruce, showing a high intellect from Tampa tonight. Eddie, go ahead. You're on the air.
All right, yeah. Thank you for being patient. And welcome to the Homes and Real Estate Show for this Sunday afternoon.
Thanks.
Do you have a question?
Yeah, I do. I bought a house 2 years ago, and I've been renting it out to some tenants. And they pay me every 2 months. But the problem that I'm not sure if it's that good of an investment. One thing is, every time the tenants come to pay me, all they do is...
I thought Halloween was over.
That was the very first crank call, true crank call.
I love it.
And I've been doing this program for a little bit over a year, and that's...
You must not have a lot to do.
I had to do that, and I could have pushed the dump button and just let that go, but I didn't do it. That's funny.
You know, if I can make a comment on that.
Maybe we should answer his question.
Go ahead.
I think we get his question that his tenants are complaining a lot, talking.
Yeah.
And
well, I can understand why they would want to complain a lot if he's the landlord.
Well, you know, I'm in charge of a trustee account for my nephew.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk to those, Jeff.
Yeah, hi. I'm in charge of a trustee account for my nephew.
Mm-hmm.
And the interest on that, obviously received monthly.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to, every time he needs some of the money for to use it, we have to go through a court process, right?
Okay, now you are his legal guardian?
Right.
Appointed by the court?
Right.
Okay.
And every time...
Okay. All right. Let's go to, that was a prank call if you're wondering what's going on here. Let's go to Frank. Let's go to a break, as my producer yells. Okay.
Let's go to Todd. Todd.
Is this Lionel?
Fine, and you?
Yes, guess what?
What, Todd? Oh, that's the most insipid, vapid, effete, atesticular version of the scream I've ever heard.
Thank you for that statement. So what's going on, Chris?
Just not a whole lot. Just sitting around, having a beer and listening to you guys.
You wearing clothes?
Yeah.
Okay. What part of town you calling from?
Land O'Lakes.
So what's going on in Land O'Lakes? There's a lot of good-looking women up there, aren't there?
Yeah, but, you know, there's a lot of women. I kind of have...
You know, when you're at McDonald's, they've got to get out of their car in order for you to meet them, right?
No, I don't go up to the McDonald's very often, but...
Where do you go often?
Well, there's a bar not too far down that I go to.
Is that where you find most of your babes?
Yeah, I meet quite a few there. I met one about 2 weeks ago there, and we took her back.
We
came back.
Took her off the table?
No, like there are two of us on her. No, we came back. We went to my place, and we're talking along, and we didn't seem to get along too well. But
did she have bad breath or something?
No, I don't know what the problem was. She's but anyway, so then the next week I went up there last weekend and met another girl, Wendy, and
he's at least keeping the name straight.
Yeah, I remembered her name. She was. It's been a week now, I guess. Actually, it's been 4 days since I talked to her, but we came back to my place as well, and we were talking for a while. We seemed to get along a lot better than me and the previous girl had 2 weeks ago.
Well, did you wind up in the sack with either one of these two ladies, and I use the term loosely?
Well, not one 2 weeks ago. Wendy and I, we went to bed.
Mm-hmm. First time you ever laid eyes on her, you went to bed that night, right?
Well, no, we went, not that night. The next night.
Oh, so you've seen her twice?
Right.
Well, then what do you need us for?
Well, you see, I have a problem.
Oh.
It's kind of embarrassing, but...
Well, go for it.
We'd like to hear it.
We won't tell its soul.
And that's what unattracts a lot of my girlfriends that I get that I'm impotent.
Okay.
And it's
well, to some people, that's not a problem at all. Thanks for calling, Dad.
All right.
So, Mike, what's going on, buddy?
I'm just sitting here listening.
Are you?
Listening to these idiots who think that that's funny.
Well, it doesn't bother us. It's just, that's one of the reasons why Desperate and Dateless is really this is the only kind of show like this in America right now, where people can call up, and if they're dateless, they can get set up with somebody. So it's really a wonderful thing that we've got here in the Bay, and the fact that the signal of the station reaches out so far. So
we're going to get a Congressional Medal of Honor for our compassion.
We really should.
In presenting this show.
We should have Barbara Bush commend us for this.
She can be our mascot, okay? We'll put her in the Santa suit and the jock socks and parade her around, okay?
In her own mobile home.
That's right.
Can you imagine what a mobile home would look like on the front of the White House lawn?
The president sitting out front in the lawn chair.
Yeah, or maybe a shuffleboard out there. You can see President Bush and Dick Cheney out there trying to hammer those sickles in.
Barbara sewing some mittens.
So what do you look like?
Oh, about 6'2", about 190 pounds.
You sound like a defensive back.
I'm sorry?
You ever played football before?
No, I don't like football.
You don't?
I like to write.
Oh, you're a writer?
Yep.
What kind of stuff do you write?
Mostly anti-political.
Anti-political? What'd you say?
This is a prime time for me with this whole movement over in Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with the whole thing, and I think it's a setup by the government.
Have you sent us your Christmas card yet?
No, I don't know how much that's going to accomplish. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, we did it a couple of years ago, and we're getting way off track here. We're venturing into the real world, which who wants to do that on a Saturday night? But you remember the teabag revolution?
Yeah.
Okay, we staved off that pay raise for at least a year. We can do it again. If we can hold off on war for a year, I'll be a happy camper. But anyway, Mike, getting back to the important stuff, tell me why a red-blooded woman who is not on artificial respiration would want to go out with you.
I got a lot of money. I mean,
that's a great start.
Yeah, not to sound, I don't know, Howard Pompous.
We talking 6 figures a year?
No.
Talking anywhere close to it?
Midway.
Okay. Not too shabby.
You own your own home?
Yes. I have a 2-story in Seminole.
Are you married?
No, or else I wouldn't be calling.
Divorced?
No, just...
Lifelong bachelor.
The anti-political thing seems to turn a lot of people off.
How old are you?
24.
Oh, so you're young. You're doing pretty good for 24.
Forget the lifelong, yeah.
What do you do for a living?
Right.
I mean, is that how you make your money? You must be very successful then.
No, I send things to papers like the Washington Post.
Oh, so you freelance for different whoever buys your material?
Whoever will pay for it.
Yeah, I know a couple of guys like you. You guys are all right.
They like to counter sometimes with the editorial pages and things like that.
So you're looking for somebody, you're looking for a female that's perhaps a little liberal in her views and open?
Well, I like to have fun, too. I mean...
Well, that doesn't mean just because you're liberal that you can't have fun.
No, they tend to think anti-political.
Yeah, that you're going to stay in and burn incense all the time and protest, right?
Yeah,
Mike, do you like talk their heads off and well, excuse the pun, do you like talk all night and get into, weird conspiracies about Central America and the Middle East and who shot JFK? And
no, see, I don't really talk about it, but I take it out on the word processor, let it all out there. And then otherwise, I don't deal with it. But if something like this Saudi Arabia thing starts to really get to me, I'll close myself in.
Well, that's not healthy.
You can't live, life goes on.
No, it's just during the period until I finally have the piece done. And then when it's done,
I think he's open. I think the guy is open.
He's wide
open. That's a sphincter movement.
Pinellas County has a serious mental health problem.
I hope he changes the fuzzy dice around his rearview mirror.
Ruth.
All right, appreciate it.
Okay.
Hey, thanks a lot, George. 970 WFLA. Bill is in Tampa on Caller Opinion Day. Bill, what do you think of this proposed ordinance in South Florida?
Well, I worked with someone that got caught with drugs, and he...
970 WFLA. Mark Larson and Fred calling in from St. Pete. Hey.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Danny, how are you tonight?
Pretty good.
What's happening?
Well, I talked to you on Blog TV a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
You had Mike Heath on the air?
Sure.
And I went...
Oh, yeah, you were the real idiot that did it then, too, and you're still the same idiot now. Take a hike.
No, he's a bigger idiot now.
Yeah, really. I hope he really... Danny, you are a real cool guy, buddy. Get a life.
They're gone. Dan in Palm Harbor. Dan, you're on 970 WFLA. Go ahead. All right.
Man, I've been listening to you for all these years, and I'm really going to miss you.
I'll miss you, too.
Me and my friends at work wrote a poem for you.
Is it clean?
It's very clean.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Through all the years I've listened, you have been nothing but great. The day you leave for Milwaukee will be a day of fate. I've enjoyed listening to you each and every day, but now I have no one to turn to on WFLA.
Well, I'll get somebody to replace me.
Well,
Turn to me, sweetheart. I love you.
let me just finish.
Oh, listen to
I'm all
Larson
yours.
pandering for listeners. You got enough already. Hey, Dan, I appreciate it, man. You guys.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, go keep going. Well, I'm starting to run out of time here, but keep going.
Sorry. This makes it quick. It's going to be sad not to hear people arguing with you with their blah, blah, blahs.
Hang up the phone. It wasn't even funny. That wasn't even funny.
That wasn't even a good scream.
No, I could do a better
It was
job
really
than that.
absurd, yeah.
Okay. Now we'll say goodbye to Diana Kurtzinger. Diana, are you there? You just go ahead and try. Okay, let me go to he got through. Greg and Jeff got through, but we killed it. He killed it. Hey, Greg, this is for you, pal. You know what I'm saying, man? And one of these days, I'm going to find you. And when I do, I'm going to have to hire a good lawyer. Trust me. Okay? Because I'm going to take a pair of pliers to where your body's real soft and do it slowly. Okay.
You're talking criminal charges here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I think that's based on what that was, yeah.
Hey, Greg, kiss my ass. You can't fire me for that.
There you go.
And then when you're done kissing my ass,
Considering
kiss
what he
North
said,
Hickeys.
I'd give you a raise. So.